welcome back to the channel, welcome back to this FC Barcelona series in FM20. Today we are away at Arsenal in the Champions League. We've had the group stage all decided. We've also got Celtic and Olympiacos to play in the group, and we'll be taking on Real Betis at home in La Liga as well. So yeah, we're going away to Arsenal. It's the big tough match of the group. Celtic won't be easy. Good that we've got Olympiacos as the double header, because that should be 6 points, you hope. It's going to be a tough trip over to the Emirates, but you know, you've got to beat good teams, haven't you? So after the last video, we've played 2 league games. You can see here we beat Eibar 3-0 with goals from Griezmann, Olmo and Daniele Rugani, and then followed it up with a tight 2-1 win against our city rivals Espanyol, but we keep up our 100% record against them. That's 4 from 4 now. Lautaro Martinez and Ansu Fati got the winner from the bench. If I remember rightly, Carlos Perez, also off the bench, set him up for that goal. So yeah, today we are at Arsenal. Let's have a quick look at them. In terms of players, they signed Douglas Costa. I think he came, I'm pretty sure he's just arrived in the summer. He came in for just under 20 million euros. So decent signing for a 30-year-old, but he's a very good signing. He's going to be their danger man today for sure. In terms of their other transfers, we'll just have a quick look at these. They also brought in Abdou Diallo and Joachim Andersen. Not a player I'm particularly familiar with. Decent looking centre-back. And of course Abdou Diallo is a centre-back as well. So they've really strengthened in positions where they probably need to. You could take note in real life. They got rid of a few players, mostly on loan, just didn't really bring anything in terms of permanent money. So yeah, they've been spending more than anything this time. I guess we could have a look at Champions League groups in general. If we just bring it all up here. Hang on a minute, what's going on? Group stage. All groups, that's what we need. So Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain got drawn together. They always seem to do. Wolves are in it, and they're in with Leverkusen, Spartak Moscow and Napoli. That's a really tough group to call. Atletico Madrid, Milan, Bayern Munich and Lyon. That's a hell of a group. United are in there with Benfica, Galatasaray and Lokomotiv. Juve, Shakhtar, Wolfsburg and Ajax. Liverpool, Inter, Lille and Porto. Then there's our group. And then Man City, Dortmund, Levante, who did us a favour and helped us win La Liga, of course, last season, and Dinamo Kiev. So yeah, it's going to be a tough opening match to the group. If we can get out of this with a draw, I'd probably be quite happy with that, if I'm being honest. It's always a tough one. I possibly would have preferred to open up against Celtic maybe, and then maybe have Arsenal. I'm happy to have Olympiacos as the double header, because as I say, if you do need to just get a couple of results on the board, that's not a bad opponent to have. So Dortmund and Levante have already drawn. Shakhtar have beaten Ajax 4-2. We go into this game as favourites slightly. We have unfortunately lost the GOAT a little bit. He's due back within a week, so he will be back soon. I can't even remember when he actually got injured. When did he get injured? Was it in the last video or was it in the 2 games? It was in the Eibar match. Yeah, and he's been out for a couple of weeks already, so yeah, it's a 3-week injury, so it's not terrible, but it's not ideal going into today's match. Do I want to play Ansu Fati in this one, or do I want... No, I think I'm going to give Dani Olmo the game. Ansu Fati has been doing brilliantly, it has to be said, but I think I want the skills of Dani Olmo, and if I can get... because we've got Griezmann that we can bring on there as well, so we'll give Ansu Fati the rest for today. Yeah, we'll go with that. The rest of the team, I think, Kimpembe and Piqué and Ederson and Alba and Pereira, Roberto de Jong and Busquets. Yeah, I mean, that's good. I mean, the midfield, we are stacked in midfield now. You think that Ricky Puig isn't in there, Thiago's not in there, Carlos Alena's not in that starting lineup, so we are blessed in midfield, we really are. So it's Aubameyang up front with Douglas Costa, Mesut Ozil and Emil Smith-Rowe. Then Guendouzi, Torreira, Tierney, Diallo, Anderson and Bellerin. And Bernd Leno, of course, in goals. So it's a very, very strong back line for them now. So we're going to say, give fans their money. I hate it. I hate that one. But I can't go to Arsenal and tell my players I expect them to win. That's just madness. You chose to leave Thiago out. No, I've got a good squad. Ricardo Pereira has got an assist. I think in every game so far this season. Certainly in the first 3 games of the season, he had an assist in each. So, yeah, we hope he carries that on. Oh, God, Celtic have scored already. Olivier Giroud. Okay, I didn't see that transfer go through. First minute goal for them. So that's interesting. Oh, we're set to a positive mentality. I'm not sure that that's the right option here. We'll see as Aubameyang heads an early chance over. It's a good effort, good chance, and wow, Dynamo Kiev down to 10 men after 3 minutes at the Etihad against Manchester City. That's wow. That is a big moment for them. I mean, Giroud scored again for Celtic. You're going to Man City away and you lose a man after 3 minutes. You might as well pack up and go home. Right, come on, Lautaro, close them down. It's a really good centre-back partnership now that for Arsenal. That's really strengthened them. And here comes Douglas Costa to Smith Rowe. And Guendouzi hits one, it's cleared away. Martinez has it now. Dani Olmo gets in his way a bit. And I don't know, Lautaro, there was nothing there. Absolutely did nothing with that. And Bellerin brings it forward and plays Aubameyang in. And Aubameyang squeezes it home. And it is a goal for Arsenal. And it has been coming. They've been the better team. I'm getting in there with an early show of some passion. I don't even want to watch this highlight, but I guess we will. It's a great run from Bellerin. He just drove through the defence, and Ederson got fingers to it, but it wasn't enough. He was fizzing along the ground. He was peeing down with rain. It would have been just soaking grass. There would have been a lot of pace in that shot. Celtic are 3-0 up. Wow, they are laying down a marker as well, aren't they? Hatem Abdelhamid has scored. Never heard of him. It's been a very poor half from us. We're really losing the battle for possession. So maybe we'll go down to balanced. This is really worrying. This is a really poor performance. If this carries on like this, Real Betis are taking an absolute beating at the weekend. They are going to feel the brunt of this. 5 minutes to go till the break. Just had a rash of goals going in. Liverpool have scored. Inter have scored. Liverpool have gone 2-0 up. Celtic have gone 4-0 up. And is that a hat-trick for Olivier Giroud? It is, isn't it? Wow. Right, we're getting into them. And I am going aggressive from the start because that was abysmal. Straight back out there. I'm at the point where I would have been Phil Browning that one on the pitch. If it wasn't raining, they wouldn't have come back in the dressing room. That was just the worst first half I can remember seeing. And it's not getting any better, is it? Not getting any better. I mean, you're doing matches on camera. It'd be nice to see some highlights. I mean, even if this was unextended, we would be struggling for highlights. Celtic have gone 5-0 up on Olympiacos. They are absolutely smashing it right now. Can I make 11 substitutions? Because genuinely, this has been one of the worst performances I've ever seen. Suso can come off because he's been awful. Dani Olmo's been awful, so we're going to bring Griezmann on out there. And we'll leave the other one just in case we pick up an injury. Right, come on, they've got uninterested after the feedback. Let me fire them up. Come on, make that change. Right, demand more. Let's fire them up while the team talk for Arsenal didn't go well. Let's try and fire our boys up. Here's De Jong, Griezmann. As I said, you get out of a game like this with a draw would be excellent. And considering it goes on the head-to-head as well in the group, 1-0 wouldn't be disastrous. But Carlos Perez now, what can he do? Plays it across for Lautaro. You just knew it was coming. Carlos Perez off the bench to make an impact again. He did it in the last game, setting up Ansu Fati's winner in a derby against Espanyol. And he is off the bench again today to stake a claim for a more regular place in the lineup. I went into this season planning on him playing for the B team. I won't lie. That is what I was expecting. And he is doing everything right. He really is. He is sending me a message saying, no, I want to be in this team. So hats off to you, Carlos. You're doing really well. With Messi out as well, especially. I think he's going to start now in the next game. Suso did nothing while he was on. I think Carlos Perez may have earned himself a start as that cross is headed away. Perez is there to hook it away. It's going to come back at us, but De Jong plays it forward. Lautaro can't get in behind. It's just being pinged around at the minute. Here's Nicolas Pepe, who has come on, and he blazes one over. Did he come on for Smith Rowe then, I assume? Yeah, it looks like it. Right, let us make our change. It's going to be in midfield, I think. Sergio Busquets has been booked, but in true fashion, I don't have... Oh, I've got De Jong. De Jong could go across there, couldn't he? But De Jong's the tiredest one out of the three. So Busquets, you're just going to have to lay off the tackles. I'll go in there and maybe tell you not to tackle. And we'll take Frankie De Jong off. And I'm going to bring Bruno Fernandes on. I think. Yeah, I'm going to bring Bruno Fernandes on. Just because he's slightly more of a goal threat. And we will just have a look at Busquets' ease off tackles. I just want him to be there. But I don't want him sticking his foot in and getting sent off in the final 15 minutes. That would be disastrous. I'm going to do a little get creative. Demand more would have gone down well, but we're 1-1. And if we get out of this with a draw, that, as I say, would be brilliant. But we could have something better here. It's Carlos Perez to Ricardo. Perez again. Tries to get past his man. His cross is blocked by Willock. Cleared away into midfield. Oh no, Aubameyang, totally unchallenged, brings that down. Plays in Douglas Costa. They're not going to catch him. Oh, and he squeezed it in. His first goal for his new club. It's a hell of a finish. Damn. I thought we were going to get it, and they've countered us here, and Aubameyang's played it in, and you're never catching Douglas Costa. And that is an exquisite finish past... well, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and he's managed to slot that away, and they do deserve it, to be honest. They've been the better team, although look at that, we dropped it down to balanced, and we have swung the possession back to 50-50, which is good from where it was, but not... Wow, I've just seen a score at Anfield. Liverpool 3, Lille 3. They've come back from 3-1 down of Lille. That's incredible. And while that's going on, we've lost. That's our first defeat of the season. And I'm going to get assertive and say I'm far from pleased. Because it wasn't good enough. But it's not enough to go aggressive. And if we beat them at our place, we'll finish above them now. Unless they score a couple of away goals. But yeah, as long as we beat them well at our place, we should be alright. I mean, it's not a disastrous result. We've got 5 games to go now. We'll win at least 4 of them, I think, so we will still get through from this group. But Real Betis, we are now coming for you. Here we go then, match day 5. Real Betis, as I say, we are coming for you. They are second bottom with just 1 point from 4 games so far. Atletico Madrid drew at home with Athletic Club, and Real Madrid beat Rayo Vallecano with a late goal in their game. So they are above us on by 1 point at the minute. So a win today at home to Real Betis will put us back on top. In fact, a draw would do it on goal difference, but we need to be beating a team like Real Betis, who've had a really bad start to the season. We need to be putting them to bed. Couple of changes to the team. We're just giving players a little bit of a rest. We've lost Edison to an injury, which is really, really annoying. He's out for a couple of weeks with damaged knee ligaments. He's had a bit of an injury hit season, it has to be said, since he's joined us. Leo Messi's coming back into training the day after this game, so unfortunately he's not going to be fit enough. Carlos Perez is coming into the team because he's had an impact off the bench recently, so yeah, he is coming in. Regani is going to replace PK as well, just because I want to give him some fitness. He should be able to do it today. Marc Cucurella is coming in for a game as well, and as you can see, we've got Dani Olmo, we've got Ricky Puig, Thiago, Bruno Fernandes. Griezmann stays on the bench at the moment. But yeah, we look to be doing all right. Iñaki Peña is going to have to be given a squad number, so we'll just give him 26 because why not? So we should be winning this. We've gone attacking rather than positive. I want to be a couple of goals up to begin with. If we can get a couple of goals up early on, it'll be a lot better. They looked to have a pretty decent squad there, didn't they? They had Giovanni Lo Celso in their team. So yeah, that was it. That's an interesting one. They obviously haven't sold him in the game. I think there's a lot more to come from you. We've got a little tunnel interview, so let's get that done. Thiago's a natural captain. Busquets has just been rested. Cucurella is versatile. And the players are coming out. Let's just get straight to it. Let's get this game underway. Yeah, as I say, oh no. What a nightmare start inside 2 minutes. Bruno Fernandes has gone off injured. We will bring on Sergio Roberto to replace him. So I was going to give Sergio Roberto a bit of a rest, but it turns out that he's going to play the full 90 minutes, which is good. And I did really want to be getting a couple of goals up early on in this match. Does mean having some shots on goal though, which isn't happening at the minute. And here we go. We've got a highlight. Neto to Kimpembe. Out to Cucurella. Oh, he's played it down the line. That was poor. Olmo had already cut inside. So Betis now have the ball with Lo Celso, and Gonalon plays it forward, but it's a nameless pass. Ricardo Pereira tidies up to Neto. Kimpembe forward to Ricky Puig. I think this is Puig's first start, and he's played in Lautaro. Oh, what was that? Oh, he was offside anyway. He must have known. He must have known. With a finish like that, he must have known he was offside. Oh my God, this is not a good start to the game. What is it with an attacking mentality that does absolutely nothing for you? It's really bizarre, isn't it? Ricky Puig. Lovely ball. Cucurella. What is going on here? Come on, Danny then will take this kick. Lautaro was trying to block it off. Ricky Puig picks it up now. Switches the play for Carlos Perez. What can you do? Lautaro heads it over. That was the best bit of play we've had so far. But unfortunately, Lautaro couldn't keep the header down. Here's Ricardo Pereira. Thiago. Sergio Roberto. Thiago's lost out to Sergio Canales. Coming away down the left. Switches the play into the middle. It's headed away, but Borja Iglesias loses out to Kimpembe. Now Thiago to Dani Olmo. Need you to rediscover the form from the back end of last season. Pass so short there. Ricky Puig has got it. Now Thiago again. Oh, come on. The pass is just not connecting. Ricardo. Sergio Roberto. Ricardo's continued his run. The assist king. Gets it across. It's knocked down. Oh, and Ricky Puig has fired it wide. Oh, I thought that was going in. I'm going to drop it back down to positive because attacking is just not giving us the dominance I wanted. And Lautaro, his shot is blocked easily. Oh my God. That was horrendous play. It has been terrible, terrible play so far. This is not going well. And there is a throw-in down deep in our territory. It's played across, and that was almost in. Did it hit the post? I think it was saved. Sergio Roberto clears it. This goal line camera in this version, it's rubbish. FM19, it looked down on it, didn't it? It's pointless. It was pointless anyway because it's a computer game. If the ball goes over the line, it's going to give it. So it's pointless showing us a goal line decision. It really is. But yeah, in last year's game, it looked down on the goal line, didn't it? So, yeah, it's strange. Puig with the nameless ball forward. It's dropped for Olmo, though. And he might fancy a shot. He does. Oh, I don't know what happened there. He squirmed free. I don't know whether the keeper put it onto the post and it squirmed back under him. I don't know what happened there. We are dominating the game. But I am really, really not happy with what is going on at the minute. A little show some passion. I really thought we'd be a couple of goals clear by now. This is not good enough at all, and we will be telling the players that, regardless of if we score now in injury time, which, clearly we're not going to. It is half time. It has been terrible. I'm not going to get aggressive because we have dominated. We have had a lot of shots. Now, do you know what? I'm just going to say keep going and you can still win this one. Because we have dominated. We have dominated the game. We've had more shots. We've had more of the ball. The problem is as well, we have made a few changes. In fact, and it does quite often lead to a bit of a disjointed performance. Quite a lot of the time it does. So, yeah, that's always a bit of a worry when you do that. Thiago plays a good ball forward and Lautaro. Oh, he's slid it wide. Come on, boys. It's better though. Cucurella to Thiago. Swings the ball out to Ricardo Pereira. Back for Sergio Roberto. Whips the ball across and Dani Olmo has scored. It's I think it was a header. I mean, there was some power on that. Dani Olmo beats Dani, the goalkeeper. And it's Sergio Roberto with the assist. It was a wicked curve on this cross. Absolute, look at that. Wow. And it was a header, and it's really, really poor goalkeeping. He got hands to it, but nowhere near strong enough. Limp-wristed there. He should have kept that out. He really should. But Dani Olmo has his second goal of the season. We have our noses in front. If we bring up the league table here, that does put us top with a 100% record. I am looking at changes though, and now look at this now. I'm going to have to take Lautaro off because he's been awful. He has been awful, so he's going to come off for Griezmann. And obviously we've already had to make one because of the injury to Bruno Fernandes. So it does kind of put a slight influence on the next one that we make. As the ball is played forward here. Nice knocking it around at the back here from Betis. Ball out to the wing now is intercepted, and now Dani Olmo has it, and he's going for goal. Oh, he's lashed that one in, and he is now really, really staking a claim to be the starter out there. That is a stunning finish. Griezmann's not going to get ahead of him. Ansu Fati's not going to get ahead of him at the minute when he's scoring goals like this. What a hit, and Dani beaten at his near post, and it is 2-0, and that should be the game done. Just looking, I'm thinking I might bring Suso on and see if he can have a similar impact as Neto gathers that header in quite comfortably. Carlos Perez has come off the bench for Suso a couple of games now and got assists, but he started this one and he has been rubbish. So I'm wondering if it'll work the other way around now. As Dani Olmo goes over, it's going to be a penalty surely. VAR, and it is a penalty, and it's going to be Dani Olmo for the hat-trick. And he's put it away. Dani Olmo, what a performance from him now. 3 goals in the 25 minutes of this second half. He has his first hat-trick for the club. I think he's just signed for RB Leipzig in real life as well. It was really good because Barcelona were rumoured to be interested and they didn't go in for him. We're going to take Carlos Perez off and we are going to bring on Suso. I think. Let me double check the midfield. Yeah, we are. Which possibly means Carlos Alenia might play the next game. We'll see. We do deserve to be winning this game. We have been by far the better team. We have dominated. I think it was just one of those where we were just looking for that breakthrough, and then we would always go on and get a couple more. And I think that's just what has happened really. Little get creative. Not really gone down too well. There's a few complacent players there now. With 3-0 up, it's to be expected. We have only let in 1 goal all season. That was to Espanyol in 5 games, 4 clean sheets. Very, very happy with that. Suso plays the ball in. It was a lovely ball in. They've managed to deal with it. Playing around at the back again here, Marc Bartra. I did look at bringing him back. I thought he'd be a decent squad player as well, Marc Bartra, but I've got good young players like Ronald Araujo and Jorge Cuenca, and to be honest, they can play that role when they come back next season. Jorge Cuenca will be back in the team next season once Vertonghen's contract runs out and he leaves the club. As Ricky Puig is going to hit one. Oh, keeper had left that, and it just goes wide. It didn't quite come back in enough. But it doesn't matter, we've won 3-0. We did come for Real Betis. We did get the win in the end. Can I tell them, I'm just going to say a good win. I almost want to say we've got away with it. If we'd have only won 1-0 or maybe 2-0, I probably would use that one. I was kind of hoping that was a good improvement in the second half, but it's not an option. It should be an option for you, though. Improvement in the second half. No, we'll go with dominating performance because he scored a hat-trick. I think that's fair enough. Right, that is going to be it then for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I really, really appreciate it. We've had a real influx of subscribers recently as well, so we've gained quite a few recently. So thank you. If you are new and you are watching the series, remember, watch, like, share, subscribe. Our next video is going to be... Well, we're going to do another quick turnaround because we've lost that first game to Arsenal. The Champions League group now becomes really crucial. It takes centre stage at the minute. So we're going to do Athletic Club and Rayo Vallecano off camera, and then we're going to come back and we'll do Celtic, and then our home game with the other club from Seville, Sevilla, and then we will probably jump forward a few games and maybe do Celta and Olympiacos down here or something. But yeah, we'll figure that out as we go along. But yeah, come back and join me for that. Jump in the comments, jump in the description. Follow me on Twitter at GamerJamesFM, and I will see you very, very soon. Look at that horrible little red dot that's in the middle of all that beautiful green. Don't like that. Yeah, come back soon, guys. I thank you very much for watching, as always, and I will see you soon. Adios, amigos.